Hello and welcome to Ryno's Orioles Report. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Well, bit of a shock, but the Orioles got a sweep down there in Atlanta. Apparently, a team only doing better than the Orioles. Shocking. The Braves? Wow. Wouldn't have thought it. But yeah, apparently injury problems for them as well. But more injury problems for the Orioles. You get one guy back, and another guy goes on the injured list. Man, I still don't get it. Yeah, another catcher. This now there's what, 4 catchers on the injured list, and all the catchers that they've been bringing into this organization still no Basayo or Benuelos, which is weird because Benuelos is on the medical taxi squad. So why did you go trade international signing money to a division rival for a catcher instead of just putting Benuelos in there? Apparently Mike Elias thinks this new guy is better than Benuelos, I guess. Otherwise, why? However, you can see them on MassivSports.com. Let's get to Game 1. Baltimore Orioles 3, Atlanta Braves 2. How about that? Jackson Holliday, 0 for. Westberg, 3 hits and an RBI. Yep, he's back in the lineup. Henderson, 2 hits. O'Hearn, 0 for. Liriano, 0 for. Cowser, 0 for. Sanchez, 0 for. Man, anybody else getting a hit today? Tyler O'Neill with a hit. Yep, Tyler O'Neill's back. How about that? Told you that they sent Carlson back to AAA. No corresponding move adding somebody, which was weird. But apparently it's not that weird. Whatever. O'Neill's back, DHing tonight. Just trying to get his feet wet, I guess. Fair point, I guess. Whatever. Mullins hitting 2 RBIs. There you go. Henderson with a double. Mullins, Westberg with home runs. Huh. Back to getting all the runs on home runs, huh? Maybe not. Charlie Morton gets to start in his game. Yeah, pushed back several days due to some kind of right elbow tendonitis. Whatever, man. Seems to have worked out okay. Morton with 5 1/3 inning pitched. Does give up 6 hits and 2 runs and 1 walk but 7 strikeouts. All right. Andrew Kittredge in to relieve Morton, and on 12 pitches, he goes an inning and 2/3. 5 outs on 12 pitches. Okay. So finishing off the 6th inning and then pitching the full 7th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Yeah, Blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while, I guess. I mean, a game like this, you look at it and, wow. Some of the performances out of some of these guys, where the hell have they been all year? Brian Baker pitching the full 8th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Felix Bautista in for a 17th save. Full 9th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. Baker 8 pitches, Bautista 11 pitches. Wow. So what is that? Kittredge at 23, 31 pitches. 31 pitches to get 2 outs in the 6th and the full 7th, 8th, and 9th. 32 pitches? Wow. That's a little bit of luck, a little bit of talent, I guess, huh? Yeah. Crazy low numbers. But, however, get to game 2. Baltimore Orioles 9, Atlanta Braves 6. This one final in 10 innings. That's right, finally had an extra inning game go our way. How about that? Holliday hitting an RBI. Westberg hit 2 RBIs. Henderson 0 for. Liriano hit RBI, walk once. O'Hearn 1 hit, 1 walk. Sanchez 0 for. Only 2 plate appearances. And you see, what is his name? Jacob. I was going to call him Garrett. Jacob Stallings. So no, I barely know his name yet. Having to come in for Gary Sanchez. Identified maybe 2 points in what actually injured his knee. What do they call it? A knee sprain. There was a pop-up early in the game, about the first, second inning, behind the plate, say first base side, and runs into some contraption on the field of play. He gets the out, but there's some gigantic microphone. It's in a padded box, but you run into these big heavy metal things or brick things, even though there's a bit of padding on there, it doesn't really help. Slams the knee into that, and also in the... Remember what inning this was? It might have been the fourth inning. Let's go find it. There was a play at the plate. Matt Olson coming in. Let's go to the fourth inning here. Maybe Matt Olson out at home. See here in the fourth inning here. Kramer gets in a bit of trouble. He does get the first 2 outs relatively easily. And then somehow a double, a walk, a single, and another double. He got the first 2 outs easy. Or it looked easy. But you flip the lineup over, and that's kind of what happened there. Matt Olson, who had singled, who is Austin Riley, hits his ball in the left field, so that's Colton Cowser out there. I don't know how they did it, because I swear, where the hell has that been this whole year? About a perfect throw to Gunnar Henderson, who was in about the perfect spot to get the relay, and a perfect throw into Gary Sanchez. Now, yeah, Sanchez gets injured on the play. Excuse me. It's more like he catches it in a relatively accurate position. It's just Olsen going way wide in foul territory, having to catch it and then flip all around, tag him, and his knee slamming on the ground. So, it's really those 2 plays where we think Sanchez hurts his knee. Or maybe a combination. But at the same time, nailing the runner at the plate really did save this game. Great throws all around, which you can't always say that the Orioles have had good throws in from their outfield. The cutoff man has been in the right spot, or there has been a good throw from the cutoff man. Finally get one to work for. Good. So Jacob Stallings, his 2, or I guess 3 at-bats, because he does walk once. Hit and 2 RBIs. And yes, those 2 RBIs were in the 10th inning. How about that? How about that? Who was it that, excuse me, Ryno doubles in Henderson, because Henderson starts with the extra runner out there. Then they walk O'Hearn. So with first and second, Stallings driving both in. How about that? Welcome to the show. Or I guess, welcome to the Orioles. Helping us win a game here. How about that? That's how you get acclimated to a new team. Right? Colton Cowser hit 2 RBIs. O'Neill a hit and an RBI. All right. Like Tyler O'Neill brought his hitting shoes with him. Mullins hit and 2 walks. Huh, how about that? Stallings, Mullins, Liriano, O'Hearn with doubles. O'Neill, Westberg, Cowser with home runs. More home run balls. Okay, Mullins steals 2 bases. He's up to 10 now. Gary Sanchez, catcher's interference. Yeah. Dean Kramer getting the start in this game. Not the greatest game. Excuse me. Recently, Dean Kramer has gotten the nod in a lot of day games. Has led to some of the Orioles staff calling him Day Game Dino. Well, of course, all the commentators and the sports journalists finally get a hold of this. So they're talking about day game Dino this, and look at how his good performances during day games, and yada 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 before this game. You rat bastards. You jinxed him. Good job. Dean Kramer only able to go 4 1/3 inning, giving up 8 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Not great. Not great. But, however, Gregory Soto in to finish off the 5th inning. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Soto. He's got ADD. He's unhappy. He's not getting used enough. Not getting into high leverage situations, which can lead to more dollars. I don't know. I mean, he got through the inning, but did hit a batter, and also let somebody hit the ball. So Gregory Soto finishing off the 5th inning, getting the final 2 outs, does give up a hit and the hit batsman, but no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Got through it anyway. Scott Bluette, another former Brave, which is weird, but whatever. Pitching the full 6th inning, does give up a hit and a run and 2 walks, but he gets a strikeout, and again, through the inning, minimal damage. Kinda anyway, I guess, right? Kittredge on again. Remember, he only a handful of pitches the night before, so you might as well throw him again. What the hell inning is this now? 10, 9, 8, 7th inning. Pitching the full 7th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. How many pitches did he throw this time? 10. Huh. Interesting. Brian Baker on for the 8th inning. Pitching the full 8th inning. No hits, no runs. 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. Okay. He only needs 17 pitches. I mean, these are good numbers. Blew out was 24. That was kind of the outlier there. Felix Bautista. It should be a tie game at this point, right? In the 9th inning. Yeah, in the 9th inning, it's a tie game. You're on the road, you bring a closer in. That's usually the SOP. Felix Bautista pitching the full 9th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. All right. Bautista actually gets the win because in the 10th inning, it's when all that stuff happened with Laureano's double, then Stallings' double. So, Cano on for the save, which in the past has been not exactly the go-to because for one reason or another, Cano just didn't really want to, maybe not want to. He just couldn't get it done in the 9th inning, which is weird. He can do it with a game on the line in, like, say, the 8th or the 7th, or even here in the 10th, but it's like the 9th inning is his bugaboo or something. I don't know. So pitching the full 10th inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. And getting his first save of the year. How about that? No wild pitches. Or at least no wild pitches listed here. Which is a shock. Because Soto in the game? If Soto and Dominguez, there'll probably be one. Let's get to game 3. Final game of the series. This was the one that was 11:30 in a damn morning. Which I still don't understand. I will never understand that. Why that early? Why? Whatever, man. Baltimore Orioles 2, Atlanta Braves 1. See, the Braves got that 1 in the 9th inning. Yeah, wonderful. Holiday, 4 hits and 2 RBIs. He's a little pissed off they didn't let him go to the All-Star game, but however, the only 2 runs driven in. Laureano 1 hit. Henderson 0 for O'Hearn 0 for walked twice. Arias finally getting some playing time and played all series, which is weird, but okay. Because apparently it's Jackson Holiday that doesn't get any sitting time. But yet it's Arias and Westberg and Mayo. excuse me, I do feel that it does suck for Mayo because I feel like he was finally getting into a good rhythm, especially at the plate and in the field, and then all of a sudden, playing time limited. Maybe with O'Neill back fully, I guess it would be the right word. That maybe. Well, I don't know. I mean, well, yeah, Cowser might get some more days off with, let's say, a lefty pitcher out there if they ever run into one. Because then you can go Mayo or you can go Laureano, O'Neill. Because you pick Mullins or Cowser, whoever at center field. Mayo at first. I guess you're going to want to keep Holiday in there. I don't know why. You can give the kid a day off. He's not going to break Cal Ripken Jr.'s records. I don't know what the problem is, but whatever. I'm just kind of disappointed that it seemed like Mayo was getting it going a little bit, and then here you go, grab some bench. Spent 4 straight games on the bench. Like, oh, okay. Maybe they're really trying to showcase O'Hearn and his ability to play first base. It might be what it is. Because, spoiler alert, trade deadline's close. The Orioles aren't really in it. Maybe they be trying to sell O'Hearn. And just hoping that, Mayo could carry the load for the rest of the year. And maybe even see Basayo later in the year. But why would we expect to see Basayo later in the year if he's not even here now? Even though Mike Elias said he really does want Basayo to come up here later this year. Whatever, dude. Where the hell did I leave off? Arias Ofer. I mean, he's not getting any playing time now. Or I feel like, maybe he has, I guess, because Westberg did spend all that time on the Hooja, but what's it? Well, I guess Westberg didn't go on the injury list, but he did. Westberg's playing third there. He played third there. So 2 straight games. Yeah, when you start getting all your position players off the injured list, you run into these problems. Can't spread it out. It was spread out a little bit more between outfielder, position players, catcher, pitchers. Now it's like all pitchers and catchers. Wonderful, yeah. Cowser 0 but he walked once and struck out 3 times. All right. He might benefit from a day off. Mullins 0 they didn't strike out, which is interesting. Mayo 0 but he did walk once and then came around and scored on Holiday's home run. Spoiler alert. Jacob Stallings 1 hit. Well, how about that? You guys getting some hits. Holiday with a double and a home run. Yeah, it was a Jackson Holiday offense. Okay. Apparently nobody else could hit the ball. Except for him and Jacob Stallings. I don't know, man. Baseball is weird sometimes. And especially when it seemed like it was Jackson Holiday's day with all those hits and those extra base hits. Bam, caught stealing. Yeah. Trevor Rogers getting a start in this game. All right, there you go. Going 6 2/3 of an inning. Very beneficial, especially with the extra inning game right before this one, using a lot of bullpen pieces. Definitely could have used a long outing, and it's what we got. Trevor Rogers pitching 6 2/3 innings. Does give up 4 hits, but no runs, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. So Cano coming in to finish off the 7th inning and get the first 2 outs of the 8th inning for a full 3 outs or an inning pitched. That wasn't a specific inning, over 2 innings, which can be difficult. Does depend on how long you're sitting on the bench waiting for your hitters to get done hitting. So Cano does give up a hit, but no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Gregory Soto on to finish the 8th inning. Get a little shaky with Soto sometimes. But at 1/3 of an inning pitch, no hits, no runs, no walks. 1 strikeout. Well, all right. So it did 7 pitches. 7 pitches, not too bad. Not too bad, I guess. So Anthony Dominguez on for the save. Felix Bautista 2 straight days. Not going to do it a third time. Definitely not with him. Little shaky from Dominguez. Pitching the full 9th inning. Does give up 2 hits, 1 run, no walks, 2 strikeouts. Got through it. All right. Woohoo. Yeah. A team that is having worse luck and a worse run here, worse than the Orioles, which is, if you watch some of the Orioles games sometimes, you almost think that there's no way any other team could have a worse performance. But apparently the Braves are doing it. Fall from grace, so to speak. All right, let's get to some of these articles, talk about some of these roster moves and whatnot. Yes, article here by Rock Kabako. O'Neill reinstated, as I already said it. And at the same time, this doesn't talk about the corresponding move, because the corresponding move was a day prior to this. And I already told you about it. It is so weird that it happened the Thursday, but they didn't play until Friday. And this is when the article was written about O'Neill coming back. I still don't get that. It doesn't make any sense. Because you're not sure if O'Neill can come back until he's actually there and he's on the roster and everything. So why make the move a whole day ahead of time? Why? Because if he trips on a rock walking in from the airport, or however he was traveling from wherever his minor league rehab assignment was to Atlanta, you don't know what could happen. Maybe he gets mugged, or he gets robbed, or kidnapped, or fell in a crack and broke his mother's back or something. I don't know. Shouldn't have made the move too early, because you got 3 years where you can bring a guy and send a guy up and down from the minor leagues, but you are limited within that year 5 times. What's costing that? 3, 4? Barely halfway through the season. Okay, Michael Elias. However, this article here, Rock Baco, he's answering questions that he's getting from some kind of mailbag type of deal that he does. 2 of the questions were, what happened to Emmanuel Rivera, and what about Matt Bowman? Both Rivera and Bowman, according to Rock Kabako, have cleared waivers and accepted their assignment to AAA. So, staying in the organization. So, that's cool. Actually, yes. Just double checking that there. Make sure I didn't misremember or something. Here's another puzzling move by Michael Elias. Not the Gary Sanchez to the IL, which, of course, wow, 4 of them. Holy shit. And one of them wasn't on the roster to start the year. And one of the guys, Jacob Stallings, wasn't on the roster or within the organization to start the year. And now this guy, Alex Jackson, also was not on the roster to start or within the organization to start the year. And now he is. But again, why would you give international signing bonus money to a division rival? This Alex Jackson must be a damn stud, and nobody else knows it. I'm not giving my division rival nothing. You can have this bag of poop. There you go. Flaming bag of poop on your doorstep. That's what you can have from me. I'm not giving you anything. Why would I give you anything? You better be giving me something better in return, or I'm not giving you anything. I'm not going to help you out. Why would I do that? This Alex Jackson must be really good. And nobody else except Michael Elias knows it. Otherwise, why do you give your division rival anything? Talk that the deal could include player to be named later or cash. Or I guess it did say international signing bonus money and a player to be named later or cash considerations. So, which one it ends up being, we don't know. So, I don't know if this is another move that smells like desperation or what. I mean, is Mike Elias just some idiot that doesn't know what the hell he's doing? Or is everybody else the idiot that doesn't know what they're doing and Mike Elias is a genius because apparently nobody thinks Alex Jackson is worth anything? Maybe because the Yankees do, so you think, oh, he must be great because he's on the Yankee organization. Whatever. We'll see. I'm sure we'll see this Alex Jackson in there sometime soon because, well, I mean, why not? I mean, you might as well play him and see what you got for for your international signing bonus money. Or what probably will happen, I mean, at this rate, Jacob Stallings is going to get injured and Alex Jackson is going to have to be the starting catcher. And then Mike Elias will go get somebody else instead of bringing up either Basayo or Benuelos. Again, he's either the biggest idiot in the world or everybody else is the idiot. I don't know. Only time will tell. Speaking of time, it's time to wrap this up and get out of here. Monday, off day. Yeah, I said this weird. I said this in the last video. You had an off day Thursday in between the Rangers and the Braves series, and now you have another off day 3 games later. That's weird. What, I mean, you can't fit 2 series in there? And then an off day? No. You get an off day, 3 games, and another off day. Okay. Alright, whatever. New York Mets coming into town. Yay. Big money Juan Soto guy. We'll see how this goes. Again, Monday, no game. Tuesday's game starts the 3-game series with the Mets. Tuesday scheduled 6:35. Wednesday scheduled 7:05. Thursday scheduled 1:05. Does kind of make sense. Travel time, day game, getaway game. It's the 6:35 and then the 7:05 that doesn't make any sense, but whatever. It's fine, I guess. Actually, you know what? One of them might be on ESPN. It doesn't have the information here, but I think one might be. Don't quote me on that. And then no off day as the Marlins come in, which is fine, I guess. So that will do it for this edition of Ryno's Orioles Report. Please stay tuned for Friday, and we'll discuss the series between the Baltimore Orioles and the New York Mets. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Ryno, and this is Birdland.